Here with Hale Hentges from Helias High School. We've been following this recruiting for quite a while, Hale. And your decision, you announced it tonight, is?
Alabama.
Alabama. You're going to go to Tuscaloosa and be a part of the Crimson Tide. Tell me about that decision.
Yeah, you know, it was a really long, arduous process, and it really came down to the fact that I wanted to play in a pro-style offense that featured multiple tight ends, and I felt like at Alabama they were doing that, and they've done that the past couple of years under Coach Saban, and it was really something that I really thought was important. You know, getting to play in an offense that was going to use my abilities to the best that it could possibly be.
Being a new part of the SEC for Missouri and our coverage, Tuscaloosa is amazing, isn't it? What do you think about when you made your visit down there? What was it like?
Well, you know, I took 2 visits down there, and I really enjoyed the time that we spent down there. It was just a fantastic college town. That was the biggest thing, because really outside of Alabama and Auburn, there's not really any, you know, there's no pro teams. Right. So the fans there are just incredible. They love Alabama, and that was really something that I thought was important too. Just their great fan base and how excited people got to play football, and that made me excited to play also. So that was really something that was special.
A couple national championships in the last 3 years, so you know you're going to a program that expects excellence. Nick Saban, what was he like?
You know, the first time I talked to him on the phone, you know, he called, he got in contact with Coach Pitts, and you know, it was like I was in awe. It was really, you know, how legendary he was, and just getting to talk to him and finally getting to meeting him. The 2 times I went down there, just he's a great guy who really cares about his players, and just I respect him so much, and I'm really looking forward to playing under him.
You spoke about playing tight end in a pro-style offense, so that's some others recruited you perhaps on the defensive side of the ball. We know you can play both ways, but you want to be a tight end.
I do. You know, that's always been my first love, and that's something that I really look forward to doing, is catching passes, making plays, you know, and I'm really looking forward to getting to play on their multiple tight end offense.
Of course, a lot of us around here were hoping you might happen to stay home and go to Mizzou. I know you had great visits there, but you know the Tigers program, but you chose not to go to Mizzou.
Yeah, you know, I really enjoyed the many visits I had to Mizzou. I took the most visits there, and really enjoyed my recruiters, Coach Hale and Coach Pinkel and Coach Henson, and just want to say what a fantastic job they did. They just did an outstanding job recruiting. But in the end, it really just came down to a football decision, you know. And my family was going to support me no matter if I was going, you know, to farthest corners of America. And really, it just came down to an offense that used multiple tight ends, and that I knew they were still going to do that, no matter you know, if Coach Saban left or if they got a different coach, and I knew they were going to do that. So that was really something I was looking forward.
Hale, speaking of family, you and your dad, Chris Hentges, who was a standout at Helias, went to Iowa State. That was one of the visits you made. But together, you guys went to 15 different schools. And these are not official visits. These are things you went on your own. Logged over 20,000 miles.
Yeah.
What was that like with your dad? And what an experience to see all these different places.
A lot of one-on-one time in the car, you know. We really got to bond. You know, we became even better friends through that process, and I really cherished the time I got to spend with him, and getting to know, you know, some of his college days, and it'll be something that I'll always remember. You know, just getting to spend that time with him, and how special it will be. And I'm really glad we got to do this together, just because it was really it made it even more special that I got to do it with one of my best friends.
Hale, we talked about Alabama, obviously. We talked about Missouri, but there's several other big-name schools that you considered. Right. Auburn, Ohio State, Stanford, Florida State, Oklahoma. Those are just a few of them. I may be missing several of them, but those are big-time schools, and you had interesting visits to all of those places.
There were things that I liked about every single visit, and there were times where I thought, wow, I could really play for any of these schools. But in the end, like I said, it just came down to a fantastic feeling that I had at Alabama, that I knew God was calling me to play at Alabama, and just an incredible feeling of, wow, this is meant for me, and that was really what carried me to the end.
Of course, you still have some high school football to play, entering your senior year. You've got minicamp coming up this week, so you've got Helias football and Helias basketball. You still have some goals here in Jeff City, don't you?
We do. You know, as we're going to do our best to get another state championship in football and our first one in basketball. We're going to do our best to get that, and it's really going to, we're working really hard. We're working the off season. I know we're doing football workouts every day, it seems like, and basketball workouts too. And we're hungry. We're going to stay hungry, and hopefully we can get it done this year.
Is it good to get this decision done with before you start your senior year activities?
It is. It feels good knowing I have this whole process behind me, because it was something I thought about, you know, maybe 10 or 15 times a day. It really consumed me, and now that I have this behind me, I can just focus on getting Helias better and getting myself better and ready for college, and just contributing to our team, and really just doing the best I can to help us win a state championship.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Hale Hentges. Appreciate your time, and good luck at Alabama. Next stop is the Crimson Tide, and I guess we can all say, roll Tide.